Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. Al Jazeera reports that United States President Donald Trump is en route to Beijing for a high-stakes summit with Chinese President Xi Jinping. This marks Trump's first visit to China since 2017, with discussions set to focus on contentious issues such as trade, Taiwan, artificial intelligence, and the ongoing war involving Iran. The meeting, initially delayed by the Iran conflict, comes amidst heightened geopolitical and economic uncertainty. Analysts emphasize the paradox of U.S.-China rivalry. Both nations seek greater autonomy yet remain deeply interconnected economically. While Trump aims for visible economic wins ahead of the midterm elections, Beijing seeks eased restrictions on advanced semiconductor exports. Other major flashpoints include technology supply chains, the Iran war, and its impact on the Strait of Hormuz and Taiwan, which remains an existential problem for China and a point of U.S. military support. Experts suggest a limited agreement is more likely than a comprehensive deal, managing rivalry temporarily while deeper structural issues persist. A French woman is critically ill and on an artificial lung due to a hantavirus outbreak originating from a cruise ship. NPR reports that the outbreak has grown to 11 total reported cases, with 9 confirmed, and has tragically claimed 3 lives, including a Dutch couple believed to be the initial source of infection after visiting South America. The MV Hondius cruise ship, after evacuating all passengers and many crew members in Tenerife, is now returning to the Netherlands for extensive cleaning and disinfection. NBHO Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus stated there's no immediate sign of a larger community outbreak, but cautioned about the virus's long incubation period, advising returning passengers to quarantine for 42 days. Argentina is sending experts to investigate the potential origin of the virus, possibly linked to a garbage dump the Dutch couple visited. Additionally, 12 staff members at a Dutch hospital have been quarantined due to improper handling of bodily fluids from a hantavirus patient. While there's no cure or vaccine, early detection and treatment can improve survival rate. According to Thai Sounds, SpaceX and Google are reportedly in discussions regarding a rocket launch agreement to establish orbital data centers. This news, cited by the Wall Street Journal, indicates that Google is also exploring potential deals with other rocket launch providers. While orbital data centers are a speculative technology, SpaceX CEO Elon Musk has identified it as the company's next major frontier. As SpaceX prepares for a public offering this summer, this innovative technology is expected to be a significant selling point for investors. Google, an early investor in SpaceX, previously announced its Project Suncatcher initiative last year, aiming to launch prototype satellites by 2027 to host micro-machine racks in space. In collaboration with Planet Labs, Sundar Pichai, Google's CEO, believes this approach will become a conventional method for building data centers within a decade. Orbital computing is viewed by many industry leaders as a solution to the considerable land and power constraints faced by terrestrial data centers, with orbital centers designed to be solar-powered. However, this groundbreaking concept also presents substantial engineering challenges, leading some experts to question its feasibility. According to Zio Shipo, a Reuters report indicates that Beijing intends to exploit the recent defense budget cuts by Taiwan's legislative yuan as leverage during President Trump's upcoming visit to Beijing. Taiwan's national security officials disclosed that Taipei faces a significant risk as Beijing may try to persuade the U.S. to reduce its military support by claiming Taiwan's legislature opposes arms purchases. Last week, Taiwan's opposition-dominated Legislative Yuan approved a special defense budget of NTL 780 billion 90, which is approximately two-thirds of President Lai Ching-te's original request of 40 billion 90s all. Several self-developed projects, including drones, were also cut. A senior U.S. official reportedly expressed disappointment over Taiwan's defense spending being below Washington's perceived necessary levels. The U.S. had previously approved an $11 billion arms deal in December last year. A second package, valued at $14 billion, was reportedly slated for approval after Trump's visit, but is now under close watch due to these internal budget revisions. Chinese Taiwan Affairs Office spokesperson Zhang Han reiterated Beijing's firm opposition to U.S. arms sales, emphasizing its resolve to crush Taiwan independence. In response to Beijing's pressure, President Lai Ching-te asserted Taiwan as a sovereign and independent country that will never bow to pressure during the Copenhagen Democracy Summit. The U.S. official policy remains, does not support Taiwan independence and takes no specific stance on Taiwan's sovereignty. The $14 billion arms package's status is pending, with further updates expected after Trump's return. UPI reports that the United States has imposed visa restrictions on 13 individuals associated with KS International Traders, an India-based online pharmacy previously sanctioned by the U.S. government. The Trump administration accuses the pharmacy and its owner, Mohammed Iqbal Sheikh, of distributing hundreds of thousands of counterfeit prescription pills laced with fentanyl to Americans via the internet and encrypted messaging platforms. This action is part of a broader crackdown on drug smuggling, which included President Donald Trump's designation of illicit fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction in December 2025. Secretary of State Marco Rubio announced a new policy in June to implement visa restrictions on drug traffickers, their family members, and close business associates. State Department spokesperson Thomas Pigott stated that barring entry to these individuals highlights the shared commitment of the U.S. and India to dismantle illicit drug entities and disrupt trafficking networks that endanger Americans. He emphasized that those complicit in poisoning Americans will be denied entry to the United States. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.